3 ways to win middleman contracts. 3 ways. One of them is why many of you are not winning middleman contracts, why you are losing contracts once you win them. We're going to jump into this. Middleman contracts in the federal government space, and if this is a new concept to you, type yes. But middleman contracts and middleman in the federal government space means you find an opportunity, let's say, what's up, Carolyn, for janitorial, fire alarm, prevention or inspection, religious staffing, regular staffing, whatever it is. You, as some say, subcontract out work and then you keep the money. Easy peasy, find, bid, and win, which I've coined and talked about. However, there are the 3 things that are needed to pull this off. And this is why many of you aren't winning. And why many of you are spinning your wheels and you're frustrated. And you think, oh, this can't work because of the president. Oh, this can't work because there's too much red tape. Nobody will take my call. I don't know what to do. I need help. So let's break it down. First and foremost, this is business. This is business. There's no emotions involved. So the number one reason that many of you are losing middleman is you get caught up in the emotion. I called a vendor, they won't give me a price quote. And you use that to not move forward. Instead, it's, is this work you can win? Number 1, okay, I want you to write this down. Win. Is this something you can win? Is this work you can even win? Is this work you can win? That's number 1. Is this work you can win? So let me give you an example. I get contacted all the time. Hey, I found this opportunity. It's for 50,000 loaves of bread a week. Is that something you can win? Delivering 50,000 loaves of bread a week. Who's paying for the bread? Can you find somebody to deliver the bread? Does this particular government agency already have a source for the bread? So can you even win it? Why would they go with you, Daniel Brown, is the question. Why would they go with you? And you may say, oh, well, I have a connect. I got this on lock. I know who to go with. I definitely am able to provide this bread. Who's paying for the bread? Who's paying for the bread? Do you have the funds? So let's take a step back and look at what are the 3 things that are needed for middleman to win. Okay? Number 1. Number 1. Is there an incumbent? Is there an incumbent? Is somebody doing the work? If so, what is the contract amount for the work? What is the contract number? So here's what happens. Oh, I found this work. It's janitorial. I'm going to go and bid on it. You know, I got these quotes. I'm using AI. I got this. I'm going to win. I saw a TikTok. I'm going to sub it out and keep keep all that money. That's what I'm going to do. And you bid it something crazy, 120,000 for a year. You're counting the money. Little did you know, the year before they only paid $40,000 for janitorial, and you bid 120. You're not going to win. You're not going to win. And instead, people say, well, there's no way they can do it for that price. There's no way they can do it for that price. Okay. You know, in some states, the minimum wage is $7.25. Did you know that you can buy stuff on Shein, like probably a whole outfit for $10? So let's talk about what you do and what you can do to win Middleman. 3 easy steps. Number 1, who's the incumbent? What did they pay in the past? What was the contract number? Easy peasy. But this is where people kind of falter. Well, Kizzy, I reached out. I can't find it. I asked the government. They're not giving me the answer. I don't know. I don't know any of these things. Well, when it's something like janitorial, lawn maintenance, flooring, when it's something really common, you can go on fpds.gov. You can search on USA Spending. You can search on ChatGPT. You can search online and find out a range. But what happens instead is people use it to give up. People use it to say, well, it's saturated, and because of the president, I can't win nothing. No, it's because you gave up. And you're not here to give up. And I like what Singh said. If anything I'm going to say is that I love how you give it to everyone straightforward. I appreciate that, as I know many others do. I'm not here to BS you. I've been awarded well over $50 million. I've helped students win, what's up, Nate Dogg? Well over $30 million in federal government contracts. I'm not going to be here and BS you and give you some stuff, and then you walk away feeling good and don't realize what it takes. So number 1, who is the incumbent? What did they pay in the past? What is the contract number? Next, I personally, I'm going to give you more than 3 too. I really don't like if there's a site visit. Number 2, no site visit. I don't care if there's a site visit. There's no need to bid on it. You don't need a site visit. It doesn't matter if it comes out today or if it came out 3 weeks ago. Without number 1, it makes the next steps really hard. But if there's a site visit, you have to ask yourself, because now you're depending on a vendor to go out and represent you to bring back feedback. Does that mean you can't win? Of course not. I've had Anna, who I interviewed, she won going to a site visit. There have been many who I've interviewed who've gone on to a site visit. But to do this subcontract, keep the profits, get my money, easy peasy, you're not going to be able to keep going on site visits. So what does that mean? What that means is the third thing for Middleman that's important for Middleman. We're going to go over more than 3. Products versus services. Products versus services. Some will say, well, I just want to win. They want nail files. I'm just going to give them nail files. I'm going to sell products. So here's what you have to think about. It doesn't matter if it's a product or it's a service. Let's break this down. What is the cost? What is the cost to you? Okay, the government needs 10 computers. What is the price for the 10 computers? What is the price? Next, How are you going to pay for it? How are you going to pay for these 10 computers? No, you're not going to get a loan from the government. No, you're not going to be able to go to the bank and say, hey, I won this contract, give me a loan. No, they're not going to give you money ahead of time. No, a company is not necessarily going to take terms from you. So then you have to ask yourself, how are you going to pay? It does not matter if we're talking janitorial, we're talking state, federal, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's about you finding an opportunity, providing the thing, being able to invoice, you pay the person or company doing the thing, and you keep your profit. But what happens is too many people miss out and skip all of these steps. So then what happens? What happens is somebody will win a contract, go on my free Facebook group talking about, oh, I need money. Oh, I got a bad contract. Here's what happened. No. Recap. Incumbent, price, contract number, number one. Factoring companies, Michael Durr, don't really like to factor unless you have high volume. You find the incumbents by emailing and calling the point of contact, by looking on USA Spending, by going to FPDS, by using AI, by going on sam.gov. There are ways to find out a price range. Number two, I try to stay away from site visits. Anything that requires a site visit, try to stay away from. Number three, doesn't matter if you're selling products or services, what is the cost? How are you going to pay for it? So if you have bad credit, you may want to hit the pause button if it's really bad. Because sometimes a vendor will fund it. So one of my former Ultimate Edge students won a contract shortly following the conclusion of the class, which is really common because sometimes you submit a proposal, it takes time for them to review it. So this particular student has applied to receive funding from the different distributors of the said thing. But this then leads to number 4/5. Cost, expenses, profit. And this is again where many falter. Okay, what is the cost for the 10 computers? What are the other expenses? Did you include tax? If it's a product, if it's a person, 1099, is there a fee if they have to wait? Do they charge additional fees if it's at different hours? Is there shipping if it's a product? And no, you're not tax exempt. You're not. Yes, the federal government is, but you're not. So you got to figure that out. Did you include your profit? Cost, expenses, profit all need to be wrapped into the price, the pricing that you give to the federal government or the state and local. But what happens is people forget, oh man, I forgot to include tax. Working it in, however. Oh, I forgot to include shipping. Oh man, I didn't realize that I have employees and I got to include what payroll tax or workers' comp, anything of that nature. And some are asking about, is it harder to get a contract the middle of the year? So this is another reason why people don't win middleman contracts. And this is how you do win middleman contracts. Let's make this number 6. Understanding the fiscal years. The fiscal years. October, November, December is quarter one. October, November, December, quarter one. January, February, March, quarter two. April, May, June, type 3, quarter 3. July through September is 4, quarter 4. So think of it similarly to Christmas shopping. Most people wait until Christmas Eve, Christmas morning, 2 days before Christmas, Black Friday, Cyber Monday to buy their gifts. The government's very similar. They usually will purchase sometimes 30% of things from their budget quarter 4, July, August, September. So these are the magical times because if they're needing HVAC and flooring and ceiling stuff and roofs and food for the prisons, they're looking to buy. So having all of this down is really important, or else you're not going to be able to win. So to win, it's key to know that definitely in the fourth quarter, there's more opportunities, but it doesn't matter the quarter. What matters is you follow these instructions, but many don't want to. Well, Kizzy, see, okay, like I got a quote for this speaker install, and this is what they gave me. That's another situation. Let's make this number 7. Is heavily reliant on a subcontractor for step 7. And that is pricing. We got to do more thinking. Hey, I'm just really curious. You gave me this pricing. What profit did you guys add? You get sometimes 10 price quotes. Split the difference. Because if somebody's giving you a quote of $5,000 for the thing and you're adding $2,000, chances are you're going to lose. Because of number 8. And these aren't in the particular order of importance necessarily. Thank you so much, Ventra, for participating, and others. What's important is you're doing the thing. And that is evaluation. Number 8, what is the evaluation criteria? How are they going to decide who they want to go with? So again, people get caught up on, I was going to subcontract out the work, add my profit, take my money, and be gone. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to win. You ain't going to be able to figure it out. You didn't ask any of these questions, and you're not going to have a blessing, but you're going to have a burden. And that's what's going to happen to you. And I'm here to help you. So you don't have a burden, but you have a blessing. But to have a blessing, how are they going to make a decision? If they tell you lowest price, if they say based on resume, if they say based on experience, if they say based on your technical approach, here's what they mean. Lowest price is the lowest price. Think Shein, Dollar Tree, dollar store. If it's based on a resume, you have to get a resume of the person or persons to do the thing. If they say technical, you can use AI, but you have to be able to explain how you're going to do the thing. If they say past performance, yes, you can often use your subcontractors, but not always. What's important is having a clear understanding. You know, I just had a student, he won more work. He's won well over $1 million. I've had people in my DMs writing me. I had somebody literally write me on LinkedIn talking about they won their first contract in 2011. They stopped doing government contracting, just recently started again watching my content and won. There's no shortage of opportunities. What the shortage is thinking, doing, learning, applying, and adjusting. People just don't want to do it. They're just like, oh, this is what it all says. I subcontract out the work. I have my profit. I get my money. It doesn't matter if you take a Middleman course in person, online, you read a book. You use AI, you don't use AI. If you miss any of these things I'm sharing with you, it's going to be a burden. And if you understand that, this is clear, type yes. So Nate Dogg wanted to know about where do you find incumbents? US on the internet. You can Google, ask the point of contact, you can use AI. Valerie, why do you stay away from site visit? It's this unnecessary work unless you're really willing to work the site visit. And I can talk about that if you want me to. If hiring a subcontractor to do the work and you let the sub know you will net 30, you won't need capital. Well, Alex, so this is a good point. So let's put that number 9. Let's call that contractor agreement and more. I put pay, contract agreement, or more for number 9. So here's how that works. When you contact them, hey, I'm looking for somebody to replace the HVAC, service the smoke detectors, service the elevator, replace the door. I'm looking to fill this position. This is where the important conversations need to happen. Hey, I just want to let you know that, I'm the procurement specialist at JT Government Services, and we typically pay 30 days after we're paid. I just want to make sure that works for you. Oh, I don't know about that. That's not going to work. We need the money up front. Okay, well, I'm not able to do that. You could have these conversations and maybe negotiate. Maybe you say, can I give you $1,000 as a good faith payment once we win? But you have to have the discussion. Because if you don't have the discussion, it's going to be a burden. And ask them, what fees? Can you please make sure you've included every single fee in here? There's no surprises. There's no going back. There's no, oh, I didn't tell you. I'm gonna charge you a waiting fee. No, player, ain't no waiting fee. So Alex and others, while there's this popular notion, oh, you can pay them in 30 days. Not everyone will say yes to that. Is the mic still going in and out? Let's see. I think we're good now. Oh, good. We're charged. Okay. We should be good now on the mic. Let me know. Okay. Thank you. Daniel wants to know, can you partner with another prime to cover the cost? So then what is the purpose of having you there? It might be the dryer Ventra. What is the purpose of having you there if a prime is covering the cost? Are you paying them? I mean, I'm being serious. And the reason that I'm having this tone and having this discussion is because I see this time and 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 time. I see this so often. Oh, I didn't think to include shipping. Oh, they said I have to pay extra because of they were delayed on the site for 2 hours. Oh, I thought the government was going to pay me. Oh, I didn't know I had to invoice. This leads us to number 10. Okay. Don't assume. You cannot assume. And I think often people in this space assume because people are like, oh, it's so easy. Look at what I won. And I still firmly believe winning a government contract is super easy. It's not hard. The part that people misconstrue is they think of it on their terms. I really want you to sit with that. They think of it on their terms. Their terms. Oh, I'll pay you when I want to pay you. Oh, I don't need to give you any kind of agreement. Oh, the government, I'm going to deliver and they're just going to pay me. Okay. So Nick said one subcontractor wanted to deposit for half. I think that's a reasonable request. It is. The details are ones that people miss. That's very true. And please heart, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Thank you so much, Hassan, for what you said about the book. I'm so proud of you for submitting a proposal an hour ago. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a screenshot because I normally... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that looks terrible. But I don't have my phone in here. Coming to you live from Michigan. So here are some things, some other things. Nick H said, took your advice, asked the POC, they responded back. Anytime. It's a great tip. It's a great tip. Feel free to ask questions. What's up, Tylos? If you want your question answered immediately, just pay, include it, put a badge, add a tip. But don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. So we're on number 10. Don't assume. Y'all thought it was just going to be 3, but it's me. You're going to get way more than that. Okay. Next is what's required to submit. What's required? Sorry, I heard something in the other room. What's required to submit? What is required? I don't know if I should go on the other. I'm a little concerned, y'all. What's required? So again, do they want, no. Do they want pricing? What's up, Marcus? Do they want pricing? Do they want you to fill the SF, was it 15, 4? I don't remember the SF forms, y'all. The SF forms, 1459. The 1449, sorry, y'all. Do they want you to fill out an SF 1449? What is it that they want you to submit? 99% of the time they will tell you. Yeah, everything is good. 99% of the time they will tell you. Okay, Tylo, so we'll get to that. So what's required to submit? So typically when you submit, you're going to give them a title page. Y'all should be writing this down. Title page, any kind of standard form, SF, any kind of forms that they require, any amendment forms that they have. They also will often ask for your reps and certs. You can download those off of sam.gov or fill out the ones that they ask. Easily download it. You can add that as an appendix. Next is, did they ask for, you're going to do an About Us section. Got it all written down. Y'all writing this down? About Us. You're going to give them any technical information. So with the technical information, it could be, I'm the president of JoJo's procurement. I'm partnering with Sandra's cleaning. The main point of contact will be blah, blah, blah. Here are the people or the person assigned to clean this space. And you can even have AI create an org chart for you. So you can put like owner of this, point of contact here, here, boom. And then if they ask you to talk about how you're going to clean the space, this is where you can use AI as well as the sub, and you can include pictures. This is a great idea to do that. But also you always have to go back to number 8, the evaluation criteria. If they're telling you it's based on price and you know that the price is too high, then why are we even playing? If you know you cannot afford, like there's like your Klarna is going to be declined at Louis Vuitton, you better get some Louis Vuitton. Better get that working. No shame in that. Better do it though. Don't submit anything crazy because you're not going to win. Also, if they ask for past performance, this is where you include it. Sometimes they're very specific. Sometimes they give you past performance questionnaires. It always varies. Nate Dogg, you got to apply for one. And Sing, you just need, when it comes to past performance, is often a good idea to ask. It's a really good idea to ask, like, can you use the past performance of your sub? I was looking at something recently for, it might be like 90 nurses or 50 nurses in medical positions. And they basically said, you can use 3 past performances. We're not going to look at more. Don't give us more than 3. We're not going to look at it. Why? Because people don't want to follow instructions. That's number 12. You got to follow instructions, y'all. This is why you're not winning Middleman. This is how you win Middleman. Follow the instructions. What's up, KK? If they say 3 past performances, 2 from the prime, 1 from a sub, that's what you can do. If they don't say, ask to clarify. Hey, I just want to confirm, Mr. Smith, that I can submit past performances from a subcontractor. We know the curls are popping too, y'all. We know they're popping today. That's all you got to do is just do that. But again, people fall on number 10. They're assuming too much. You can't assume. You can't assume, oh, all you do is subcontract out the work, put in your profit, get paid. It's you don't want that. So let's go back to number 11. Required to submit the proposal. So at proposal.wins.com, proposal.wins.com that you can take a look at. And when it comes to a proposal, first and foremost, it's mindset. It's that belief that, oh my God, it's a proposal. I got that. So you got to overcome that. Who cares? Moving on. Next. Doesn't have to be perfect. All you have to do is give them what they ask for. If a proposal typically wants 3 volumes and past performance and all of these things, often we go all the way back to the very beginning of this video. Can you even win this? If you're traumatized by what's required for the proposal, then I would say time to move on. Don't bid on it. It's easy as that. It's as easy as that. So I was asked, how do you get on a GSA schedule? Well, often it's best you can pay somebody. You have to have past performance, invoices, different things to submit to get on a GSA schedule. We're on several of them, and it's a benefit that we offer to our Ultimate Edge students is they get the opportunity to leverage our GSA schedules by subcontracting to us. We take nothing, and they get to use those. Chris Williams asks, I started working for a company that provides wholesale items to the government. I sent quotes, escalated damage items, and I was like, I need to do this for myself. Jamaica. Are you in Jamaica, Chris? Yeah, I understand. One of my Ultimate Edge students, guess what she sells, y'all? Electric bikes and trikes. And here's the other thing about Middleman. Okay? It's a dual. Product management CS and PM, customer service and project management. When you win as the prime, it is all on you. Okay, so Marvin's from Trinidad. What's up, Marvin? I'm not sure about Chris, might be in Jamaica. So that means my particular UE student, who I also interviewed, Cheryl, if there was something wrong with the bike, she had to handle it. She didn't say, well, ain't my bike. If they need, oh God, if the bike arrived damaged, she wasn't like, nah, I ain't gonna fix that. But you guys, and I get it, and I laugh because I've gone through these things. I can more than relate. It's not to poke any of you in the eye. It's to prevent you from being in a position where the win becomes a burden. These should be blessings. Blessings, y'all. Blessings. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Blessings. Same thing works if it's an electrical contract. If it's staffing, it doesn't matter. If the person says, yeah, Marvin, I can't come in there tomorrow, you got to handle that. You know, Marvin, I don't know about this electrical work. It seems a little different than what I signed up for. And these parts aren't here yet. You got to handle that. You can't just say, well, I have a subcontractor out of my profit. Yes. What's up, Troy? Product management, customer service, project management. It's always focusing on the client, period. You can submit a proposal with any quote that you want. This leads us to number 14. Y'all ready? Number 14. If you're ready for number 14, type yes. Number 14. If you're ready for number 14, type yes. You are the boss. If you want to submit your own price quote, cool. You want to pay somebody on Venmo, cool. I don't advise it. You want to not send the right paperwork, cool. You want to not do the contract, cool. You want to do the contract, cool. You want to have Gmail, cool. You want to have a website, cool. You are the boss. I was just in Traverse City eating at this diner that I think was started in the 20s or 30s. I don't know. But I overheard this lady, who I'm assuming is the owner, and she said to the couple behind us, and she was like, yeah, I don't have no business card. I don't have a website. We got more than enough business. I beg to differ, because I didn't see a Keith Lee line and the place wasn't popping. But guess what? Number 14. She's the boss. It's not my business. She's the boss. You are the boss. She don't want a website and business card? God bless you, baby girl. That's what's important to realize. Super important. Which then brings us to number 15. NDA, sub-agreement, PO. I'm just going to call it paperwork, y'all. I'm just going to call it paperwork. Non-disclosure agreement. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button. You need help with the proposal? Proposal.wins.com. Marvin, who doesn't want to be in control? We all do. But at the end of the day, make sure you don't assume. As soon as you assume, things are going to go sideways. Make sure you follow instructions. Because when people don't follow instructions, you're not going to win. Or you're going to be like, oh, man, I thought I did the pricing right. I forgot, Kizzy. I didn't escalate the pricing. I did. Oh, my God. Okay. 15, y'all. 15. And it hits on what Singh is getting at. Recommendations on payment systems. I like QuickBooks, but you got to do what works for you. So when you are teaming with somebody, when somebody other than you or an employee of yours is doing the thing, Okay. You need a non-disclosure agreement, a subcontract agreement, and a purchase order. So hear me out. If I say, I need somebody to install curtains, like we bid on one for the FBI to install curtains. And I'm like, okay, we're going to pay you $70,000. So curtain company A, here's the subcontract agreement. You will install the curtains between these hours and these hours. You will get paid $70,000 within this amount of time through Bill.com. You need to sign up for Bill.com. Here's a purchase order that says you're going to be paid $70,000 in Bill.com. You don't need to send an invoice. Why? I'm the boss. This is how I like to run my business. But they know they're getting $70,000. They can only install during certain times. There's no room for adjustment. They can't say, but kid, nope. But no, you get $70,000. That's it. That's it. That's it. And then the purchase order is automatically generated through QuickBooks. If you don't have any of this, use AI. I feel like when people play, like the NBA, didn't LeBron do that? And it's like, and like the chalk flies up. I feel like that. Use AI. And it can create one for you. The whole reason behind number 15, proper paperwork, is you don't want any surprises, because ultimately you are the boss, but they can't read your mind. And you don't want to be screwed over. Having to pay fees, being accused of getting fees, or people asking you about fees. Or I remember this one lady was like, oh, I need to fly first class. I was like, for who? Girl, you can buy your own first class seat. Government ain't paying for first class. Mm-mm. And also in there, 15, proper paperwork. Are you going to pay the people if they do a crazy job with the HVAC? No. You need to add in there. Y'all ready for number 16? I'm going to call it sign off. Not sign off like good night. You got to sign off like you have a written document. Hey, we inspected the HVAC. The government said it was okay. I'm signing off and confirming your work was acceptable, and I can go ahead and issue you payment per our agreement. Hey, I just want you to know I'm bringing you on as, here's the job offer for you to fill this role. That's signing off. Hey, you were to deliver the gravel. The government got it. Signing off. Here's the signed document stating that everything is good. Because also what you don't want is 3 weeks from now, hey, is this E-Herald? Yeah, this is E-Herald. Yeah, I'm calling about that gravel from 3 weeks ago. Yeah, something's wrong. Something's wrong with the gravel. We're missing gravel. Huh? But when you have a document where they signed off, they are saying to you, yes, we received it. It is up to par. We agree that everything's great. You can invoice us. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's great, but Sergeant so-and-so or Mr. so-and-so or Mrs. so-and-so signed the form. So 3 weeks ago stating all the gravel was great. So if you want more gravel, I can get it for you, because they will do that. There was a time when I worked at Hardee's. I was a crew leader. Still have my apron. And you know what people would do? They would order a family meal. It was like they'd get like a 12-piece, 24-piece. Eat like 8 pieces of it. Call the restaurant talking about, oh, the chicken's all messed up, and come back and get more chicken. Listen, I don't know what was going on. I was young and crazy then. Maybe there was something wrong with the chicken. Maybe there wasn't. All I know is you ate 8 pieces of a 12-piece, and what? I mean, so people do unscrupulous things. I'm not suggesting the government's doing unscrupulous things. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you got to cover yourself. Nowadays, restaurants are going to be quick to be like, oh, that's fine. We'll just replace it, right? It's kind of like the Amazon policy, where a lot of people are like, oh, don't worry about it. You can just bring it back. We'll switch it out. But not everybody does that. Or maybe there was a miscommunication with the government. Maybe the person who called you had no idea that Mr. So-and-so or Sergeant so-and-so or Colonel so-and-so signed off. Maybe they didn't know, but you got to cover yourself. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. Number 14, you are the boss. You are the boss. You got to cover yourself. What's up, Trophus? You got to cover yourself. So I'm going to take some questions. I may hop off soon. I really appreciate you guys being here and you saying, Cleveland, proposal.wins.com. I was like all in it. I don't know if somebody, it's proposal that wins. Proposal.wins.com. And if you need to get with my sales team, email them. Here. This is who you email. Okay? He'll hook you up. Evan at Kizzy Parks. So if you find this helpful, type yes. Type yes if you're finding this helpful. So Hassan was saying he was getting his numbers from Chat GPT. I've been matching them with my subcontractors, majority, 90% of the time, almost the same. Okay, good. Just finished my business proposal template as well as my vendor request quote. Good. Do we do that before or after we're awarded the contract? So I'm assuming you're talking about number 15, the paperwork. Often I do this after, unless I have a teaming agreement with them. It's Cleveland. A GSA schedule. So basically, I'll drop that. Okay, so the GSA has these schedules where they vet companies, they vet your pricing, they look at your past performance, so that what they can do is take the different things that you offer and put them in like a schedule, kind of like a catalog, and for you, the vendor, to offer such to the government at a discount. Because they vetted you, they see your experience, so hear me out. They may say, hey, we are looking for medical products. So instead of like, oh God, every time we need some medical things, we put it on sam.gov. Instead, there are various medical schedules. So then they know, oh, anytime we buy Band-Aids, we're getting a deal. Anytime we get pens and sticky notes, we're getting a deal. So for instance, we're on 3 schedules. So one of them is called Oasis Plus. So on Oasis Plus, you had to show that you had contracts $1 million and above. You had to provide past performance, your evaluations, CPARs, all of these things. The government vetted us, boom, boom, boom. We got 2 Oasis contract vehicles. Now this administration is saying, we want to save money. We just want to go to a schedule. Why? Because people on the schedule have been vetted. But you're telling me that Dr. Parks is on a schedule where you had to show contracts worth $1 million. But most of the middleman contracts are less than $250. So what does this mean? What this means is GSA's schedule is beautiful, and that's why going through our Ultimate Edge coaching program is beneficial, because you get the opportunity to use the schedule. But nonetheless, there are other schedules out there. There's a ton of different schedules. All it is at the end of the day is it's a very efficient way for the federal government to spend, because they've vetted these businesses. You're offering them the product and service at a discount, and they don't have to deal with the noise. Okay? So I appreciate you. You all are amazing. Let's see. Dr. Parks, do you know whether the recent Big Beautiful Bill will have a positive or negative? Okay. So I'm not sure if I have it up here today. I appreciate you all being flexible with me. Okay? I really appreciate this. I don't see it here. Let me look. My understanding is that several, yeah, it's in my other one, several small business, free small business services will be defunded, like SCORE. So for those of you who like free, I don't know about that. As far as being able to practice middleman, to bid, to find opportunities, no, I don't think so. I got to really see. Oh, thank you so much, Hassan, for that. I really appreciate that. Those are very kind words. At the end of the day, y'all, is learning, applying, adjusting. Because hopefully, you know, I'm not here to anything to anybody. It's learning, applying, adjusting. So I appreciate those kind words, though. So when it comes to small businesses, I mean, I'm not too concerned yet. I'm not. I want to see how things play out. The simple fact that Elon Musk is like, oh, I'm stepping down, that says a lot. And I know the president said he wants to codify the Doge changes. I don't know. Which mic? Rick, 77. It should be good now. You should be fine. It might have been because I had the dryer on. I don't know. But other people were cool. But at the end of the day, you know what's good? You can go back, watch the replay. You can turn the volume off and just put captions. Thank you, Vineyard. Thank you so much. Okay, and thank you all. But I do appreciate your feedback. My point is not to be a pain in your butt. My point is to help you all. Anytime, AD. So I do have a challenge, but I'll have you send an email. We're starting the challenge in less than 24 hours. But there's more things that are coming. So I want you all to know that, because at the end of the day, you have to learn, apply, and adjust. So we have a beginner's course. We got all kinds of things. So send an email to evan@kizzyparks.com. And I bring this up because of the conversation I'm seeing in the chat. What would you say the learning path should be? I mess all that up. Ventra and anybody else here, there's no messing up. I see it all as learning and learning tax. The only time anything is messed up is when a person doesn't believe in themselves enough to even try. That's just messed up. Because in my opinion, we're all beautiful gifts from God, and there's no reason to not try. So the thing you have to ask yourself is, what is your goal? What is your goal with government contracting? Number 2, make sure you have a cage code. What's up, IM? Make sure you have a physical address, an EIN. You can bid on local contracts. You can bid on contracts anywhere you desire. Because the next thing you want to know is, what do you want to bid on? Federal, state, local, bid on anything you desire. But it doesn't change the 16 things that I've discussed today. What's most important to all of this is you have to make it work. You have to be able to deliver it. Whatever you win, you have to be able to deliver it. Cleveland, you can. Oh, what's up, Ryan? I'm glad you're here. Michi, no. But guess what, y'all? We're offering services with a free physical address. I'll share more about that. But Michi, send an email to Evan@KizzyParks, and we'll you can pay us to register for you, or we have one where we do it with you. Do you remember anyone you interviewed that won contracts internationally? Jason. Let me see. Recently, I can't think of anybody recently. Yeah, we're here to help you. Here, send an email to Evan. and tell them that I mentioned this to you. Because what I'll probably do is personally help you, because we're going to really kick this off. Yes, Cleveland, you can use your business for anything you desire. I'm trying to think anything internationally, y'all. It might come to me. Internationally. Oh, I can't think of anything. Venture, the challenge starts tomorrow. And what I want you to do is send me an email. Because I really haven't talked a lot about it, because I'm being honest, I don't know if I'm going to do it again. But it's a damn good challenge, y'all. I'm listening. The challenge is amazing. For $297, you get to ask me questions for a whole hour. Just send me an email. You know, y'all, I'm at one of these places, and I'm going to make this number 17. Okay? Like, for real. This is some, like, deep stuff. Self-reflection. I'm at this point of self-reflecting on a lot of things, especially that I'm here in Michigan. I love being here. I'm here with my mans. I just saw my brother, Steven. Saw you, Marcus. I love you both. Is live. The challenge is live. And I've just been reflecting on a lot. I mean, I don't want to go into all of it, because, you know, y'all who know, I'm going to start crying and everything. But it's been a lot. It's really been a lot. It's been a lot. And so it's like, I don't really know if I like doing the challenge. I love doing it. Like, it's energizing, and my team is so amazing. But I just know there's so many things I'm not doing well. And this is hard to admit for some, not for me, because I've done a lot of work. And that brings us to number 18. It's okay to be okay. You don't have to be perfect in this space. It's okay if some things slide, as long as you communicate them. Okay, that's what's important. So, hold on a second. Let me get you the challenge link. I know, because I wasn't even going to talk about it. Like, I got to find it. Just give me a second, because, oh boy. Let me get the challenge link. Just one moment. I love you guys a lot. So as I'm pulling this up, let me also share a couple things with you guys. Let me share a couple things. When it comes to this space, hold on. Okay, I see what you're saying. International contracts. That was one of my questions. We had an international contract. I did training in Germany for a contract. I bid on a contract with our success coach, Ashley, for the breast pumping, those units that they have, you see them in airports to breastfeed or to pump. We bid on something like that. So, yeah. We've done that. I'm just curious why somebody asked about the international, if there's a particular reason why international was asked, but that's okay. Yeah, just give me a second. So some other things I want to say, some trends that I found. And this is also really important. I would make this number 19, is once you win, you have to communicate. You basically need to over communicate. You need to over communicate. Make sure they're aware of when you're delivering it, how it will be delivered, when the person's going to start, the name of the person who's starting. Have a kickoff call, have different calls with them. It's really, really, really important to have these conversations, because what often happens is a person will win. They're not really sure what's going on. Some things will happen, and maybe the contract option year is not exercised, or maybe their contract is terminated for convenience. Maybe there's some terms in the contract that that agency isn't doing. And because of that whole notion that it's the federal government, right? People are hesitant to even bring it up, to talk about it. So you want to make sure that you are communicating profusely with people. Communicating profusely. Because if not, you're going to be in for a surprise. And you never want to be in for a surprise. There's the links. Thank you for allowing me to take some time to get this for you. So it's super important to have kickoff calls, to have internal kickoff calls, to do all of these things. And here's the most important, number 20. How do you get paid? How do you get paid? How do you get paid? You got to confirm with them. Hey, in this contract, it says I go through the PI system. Is that correct? Should I also send you a copy of the invoice? Is there a preference that you have for the invoice? Hey, should I also include with the invoice the sign-off form that we talked about, number 16? Should I include a copy of it so you know that I've delivered what you wanted? Okay? That's super important to do. Super important. The government's not just going to pay you. The challenge is done on Zoom. I'm changing it. We're not going to stream on Facebook. I will have a Facebook group. We start tomorrow, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, and you will get a Zoom link. Some people asked about site visits earlier. If you're going to have somebody go to a site visit, have as many people as you want. What's important is you get information from the site visit, especially if it's a required site visit. If you can go, it's even better. So then you can kind of make yourself stand out. The reason that I'm kind of on the fence about bidding on things for site visits is because it adds another layer. That's it. Farion, the number 18 just unlocked and released something for me. Thank you, Kizzy. Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you, because there's so much. 18 is, it's okay to be okay. You don't have to be perfect. Your proposal doesn't have to be perfect. I submitted proposals in one and put the wrong agency. Some people may watch this and be like, see, that's what did it? But what's perfect? They recall food all the time. They recall cars. People are like, oops, I'm sorry. Why is that okay? But we have to be perfect? Nobody's perfect to me except for God. Okay. Jason, I want to listen to an interview first. Okay, cool. I mean, I personally don't think it's really any different. It just depends on what it is. But everything that we've talked about, proper paperwork with your sub, proper pricing, number 4 or 5, don't assume number 10, make sure you sign off, number 16, overly communicate, number 19. As long as you're doing these things, you'll be fine. What do you think about meeting the agent personally? Which agent sign? What's your experience solicitations that require approval from CO? Allie, are you talking about like where it'll say in there, like the CO must approve? A lot of that, listen, I'm going to be blunt. A lot of that's some BS. Yeah, I mean, say what you want. I mean, as long as you provide an org chart, or you provide a list of the people who are going to be there, unless they're looking to review a resume or certain things, I mean, depends on how that's stated. I remember you interviewed a young lady who's interested in international contracting. Excuse me, JoJo. I think she's the one that got a cage code. She's from another country. Ventra, it's only human nature. But you know what to do. You know what to do. Hassan said, if I was you, to the cleaning person earlier, I'd bid on every cleaning contract. You know what I would do? I've said this before and I'll say it again. I would bid every cleaning contract and 1099 everybody, or pay them the minimum wage for that state. Nitra. Thank you. Nitra. Thank you so much for correcting me, Venitra. That's what I would do. There was a woman who reached out to me a few years ago, and she wanted to buy a cleaning company. They had about a couple million in work in like 18 months. Why? Because of that model. They won cleaning work. They would 1099, pay nominally per the requirements of the contract, and call it a day. So that's what I would do. If y'all have any more questions, let me know. I've had so much fun with you. I'm so glad that you're here. And we went over a lot. We went over 20 different things to take in consideration to win Middleman. And this isn't even everything. I know people are like, oh, there's 3. Or you subcontract, win, keep the profits. I understand all of that, but there's more to it than that. What if the sub backs out? What if they put your work on hold? What if the employee you had decides they don't want to do the job? What happens if there's tariffs? You cannot use a virtual address. Yes, Hassan, I got you. That's why we have a service now. If you want to register your business, you cannot use a virtual address. Yes, pivot address here. Send an email to Evan at Kizzy Parks. He'll hook you up. I love and adore each and every one of you. I appreciate you all being the way you are. Appreciate you all being here. I plan on being here next week. I do. There'll be more and more to come. And as I said, I'm going through my stuff, doing what I need to do, living how I'm living. And I appreciate you. I really do. So thank you guys so much. And if there are any videos you want me to, Tylos, did you get proposal.wins.com? Check out proposal.wins.com. Thank you. The curls are popping. Proposal.wins.com. Send Evan an email if you're interested in coaching. What may have you, maybe not. Because sometimes we don't submit the proposal because of other things, okay? Evan will help you with a paid service to help you with your proposal. He's part of my team. Okay, y'all. And also, I may do some videos on proposals. I got to think about it. I'm not going to lie. It's hard for me to do proposal videos. Thank you, Michi. Yes, Hassan, email Evan. He'll talk to you. What I do, I think what I'm going to do is just do the video, like record it and not realize I'm recording it, and then have my team edit it. What about making an appointment? Meet the point of contact. That's a little dicey because sometimes they misinterpret that as like you're trying to manipulate them. So I don't know. State and local, yes. Federal, no. I wouldn't. Y'all, I love and adore you guys. Farion, thank you. So glad that you got your cage code. Congratulations. I'm going to personally send out emails to those who sign up for the challenge. That's the VIP package. It's $297. I appreciate you guys. As I said, I don't really know if I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do about the challenge. I love doing the challenge. Like I said, it's okay to be okay. And I'm figuring that out. I enjoyed my stay. Thank you, Megan. I'm glad you did. Awesome. So y'all, I'm going to go. Okay. You guys are amazing. Take care, y'all. Everything is possible. winnerswaybook.com, proposal that wins, challenge, and an email to Evan. You guys are great. Take care, y'all. Take care. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you all. Thank you.